Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. I woke up like this, deep divers, all magical and fly, just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Raising the frequency. I feel so much better now. Raising the vibration. I feel so much better now. Sending you a wave of good ass energy, deep divers. The cat down the road said you feel so much better now. Look, let me shout out to everybody out there who's joined the new Ralph Smart Patreon page for all new exclusive content that's going to help you become your greatest version. Patreon.com/RalphSmart. And like I told you, deep divers, we're not playing any games. The new book is now available. Feel Alive 2. Unlock Your Infinite Power by Ralph Smart. The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. 500 pages now available at ralphsmart.com/thebook. And on Amazon. And I want to say a big shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me just start with gratitude to everybody who's here. For Zeus, shout out to you. I love you, beautiful soul. Hey, you are most definitely appreciated. That's why I do these interactive shows. And we've got a lot to talk about, deep divers, right? We're going to talk about so much. Where shall we start, right? We're going to talk about this Planetary Alignment 2025, okay? I made the video on it and I'm going to play the video. We're going to break it down, more information. And a whole new world is upon us right now. Okay, this is a beautiful time to be alive. A lot is happening. And we're about to dive into this, deep divers. But we can't start without some good ass energy. So can we get the music going? Can someone like DJ, where's the DJ at? DJ. Goodness gracious. I'm so happy. The whole world is just beginning. We already won. It's about us all. So many beautiful deep divers here. It's a choice.
manifest whatever you want, to be whatever you want. It's a choice. Freedom is a must. We have to become the spirit.
Oh yes, shout out to all of you wonderful deep divers who are here. We just started. Once again, to everyone who's here, make sure you hit that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. We got a lot to talk about, right? I'm excited. This just happened, deep divers, right? And so much is going on right now in the heavens, right? And this is a big story, big news, right? Because a lot of what they're showing you on the news, you always got to dive deeper. So I'm literally walking and I see my friend who starts diving into this, right? That 7 planets are going to be in full alignment February 28th. This is huge. This is like super rare. Okay, so January 25th, you had 6 planets in alignment. You had Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Now on the 28th of February, you're going to have Mercury as well. This is unprecedented. This is super huge, right? So I was talking about how there is symbolic meaning to this, right? You got to remind yourself, not a leaf falls from a tree without the universe's permission. So much is happening right now, and everything happening up there is also going to affect what's happening down here. You know, I wouldn't be fair, deep divers, if I didn't actually play the video. I'm going to play the video in a few seconds so we can really dissect it, you know, talk about the talking points in that video, because I was just going off on one. But this is huge news, right? And a lot of people have been writing to me saying that they've been feeling this shift, right? And what does it mean for these planets to come into alignment, especially the symbolic number 7 coming into alignment February 28th? This is huge news. You got to remind yourself, deep divers, a new world is coming into existence. You know, we talk about how the matrix is crumbling, how the house of cards is falling, how everything old is over. The old way of doing things is over. The old realities are coming to an end, an abrupt end to say that, at the least. And a lot of people have already known this, but this planetary alignment is just full confirmation that, hey, right now you got to get right with yourself. I always tell you, get right with yourself. Every single day, you know, make sure that you're doing everything you can to stay in nature as much as possible. Because we're in phenomenal times, you know, this huge planetary alignment, February 28th. So you're going to have all of these planets in alignment. And this is the reason why I always say, stay awake, stay wide awake, keep your eyes wide open. Because if you are in alignment as well, that means so much is going to happen. You know, everything in the universe is a compounding effect. And that's the reason why, you know, a lot of people have been getting ready. A lot of people have been preparing themselves for this time. A lot of people have been working on themselves. A lot of people have left old habits behind. A lot of people have made some big life choices, big life changes, big life decisions. And it's about time, because you got to remind yourself, like they said in ancient Kemet or Egypt, as above, so below, as within, so without. So everything happening in the heavens is also affecting everything that's happening on Earth. There's a reason why so much is happening right now on the planet, right? We are in a monumental time in history. We are in a monumental time. And once again, just like how these planets are aligning, if you showed up, congratulations. Congratulations. Because we're in a time right now where you need to be here or you're going to miss out. This is not the time to say, hey, I want to fall asleep. I want to go back to bed. Because, a lot of people, it's like they've been sparring. They're getting tired. A lot of light workers out there, they've been doing the work. They want to take a break. But this is not the time to take a break. This is the time to go harder. Because right now, you're seeing the ushering in of a whole new world, a whole new paradigm. And this is a confirmation of that. Like I told you, if you've noticed already that there's a shift from everything that we thought was amazing, there's a shift away from that. A lot of people right now are moving away and they're getting further and further away from the Maya. Once upon a time, what happened? A lot of people were just under a spell, hypnotic trance, right? And this planetary alignment is also a sign that people are actually starting to wake up. And let me just tell you this, deep divers, if you are someone who's been on the journey, the good old journey, been diving deep, I want to remind you that you're doing better than you think. You're a phenomenal human being, because it takes a lot, to do this kind of work, to be a light worker out here in a sea full of demons. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of audacity. It takes a lot of perseverance, courage, self-discipline, because you see, there's a big battle happening on this planet. It's been happening. And there is a concerted effort to make sure people don't rise to the God body, to the 5D, to the next level. This has been done by design, and that's the reason why it's almost damn near impossible to get there. From the moment you're born, you're lied to, you're brainwashed, all of these things. So the people that make it there to the next level are the people who have had to go through hoops of fire. These are the people who their whole family have disowned them. These are the people who've gone in the wilderness. These are the people who've been battling wolves and monsters. I've been doing it a little while. Let me say a big shout out to Mama Love. Like I always say, deep divers, let's give thanks. And I want to say a thank you to everybody who's supporting the stream, because like I told you, this is how we can make change. Get it in the algorithm. Hit that like button. Show the people that the awakening, the great awakening, is happening right here, right now. Mama Love coming in with the appreciation. Hey, let me just say, Mama Love, thank you so much for your generous super chat, for supporting Infinite Waters. Thank you, brother. Ralph One Love. Hey, let me give you a round of applause just for supporting the show.
Dom DeMarco.
Mama Love, you're most definitely appreciated. So this is really a time where you really want to get right with yourself. Like I said, the amount of people who've been battling the machine, because like I told you, all of these films like The Matrix, these are documentaries showing you that there are two worlds happening, two worlds forming. The 3D, 5D split is real. And there are a lot of people right now who are aware that they have to raise their frequency and vibration, raising the frequency as much as possible. And it's not going to be easy, but this planetary alignment is a confirmation that it's your time. Like I said in that video, it's your time now. It's your time. You see, if you notice, because someone once said, okay, how come, especially in the West, there's this whole movement to kind of show you the lives of celebrities, right? And that's not by accident. That's done by design. Because you see, celebrities are extremely powerful, important, and essential to the running of the Matrix construct. If there were no celebrities, no pop stars, influencers, all of these people who they parade in front of you, the Matrix will collapse in a few seconds. So through the early days of Hollywood, they started to realize that actually the power of film and marketing go hand in hand. From the godfather of PR, Edward Bernays, who actually convinced women to start smoking cigarettes with Lucky cigarettes, the father of PR, he started to realize that actually through successful marketing campaigns, you can literally alter people's perceptions all around the world. So here we are today, when you remind yourself that every time you look outside, you look at a billboard, you look outside your window, there's an attack on your mind and someone wants to alter your perception. And that's the reason why a lot of these so-called celebrities, because once again, you are the real stars, deep divers. A lot of these so-called celebrities are people who've been put there to keep people in the dream. Well, this planetary alignment, we're talking about planets aligning, is huge, right? Because it's showing us that it's the end of that old paradigm. Now more and more people, and the internet is a beautiful thing because it gave the regular person a chance. And this is all this all ties into how everything is aligning right now on the planet. It gave regular people a chance. The girl next door, the guy next door could get up on the internet and have a video that goes viral. So all of a sudden, they now become a star. Right? So we're in a time right now, especially with these massive planetary alignments, where people are now realizing they are the real star. This is unprecedented. This is huge. This is humongous. This is the only time in history when celebrities don't want to be celebrities in the Matrix. Look at how the music industry is collapsing. Cat Williams told you this is the age of truth for a reason, because we're entering a time, especially with these planetary alignments, that it's all about being on the truth frequency. Because the thing is, now you can't fool people. For a long time, you could fool people. Now, authenticity is king. You're going to see in the next few months, only the authentic people are going to be able to, only the authentic people are going to be winning, thriving, prospering, going to the next level. Because the time of being fake, deceiving people, manipulating people, all of that's coming to an end. And that's the reason why, there are so many people out there who have just been themselves. I always say that's what's helped me. I could have done things to go viral and this and that, but I was just authentic and I already went viral. So when I had a video, how to decalcify your pineal gland, with over 4 million views, I said, okay, all you have to do is be yourself and you can still win. So everything happening right now with these massive planetary alignments are showing you that if you've been doing the work, if you've been coming into alignment with your true power, this is your time. Nothing is going to stop you. Nothing is going to get in the way. Let me say a big shout out to Eric in the house. Eric, you're most definitely appreciated. Let me give you a round of applause because gratitude is king here. Thank you so much, Eric, for always supporting Infinite Waters. So we are in a time right now where the first will be last and the last will be first. Everything is being reversed right now on the planet. It's huge. And if you notice, like I was talking to my friend, we were talking about how there's an exodus happening, especially in Europe. You know, I was born in the UK, but live in the US, lived in South America, lived in Africa, been all around the world in 80 days, looking 21. But a lot of people are leaving cities all around the world, especially in the West. And the reason why is because more and more people in the West are more unfulfilled. You know, we are the only generation who we have so much. At the same time, there's a loneliness epidemic on the planet. We have so many amenities. We've got PCs, computers, all of these things. But what's happened is that people are more isolated than ever before. People are living in echo chambers. There's a huge problem. And the thing is, it's the entire conditioning, the entire system that's created this. And the only way out is to create another reality. And that's the reason why a lot of people are jumping ship. You got people who are CEOs, people who are nurses, teachers, business owners. But they're packing up and they're saying, hey, I want to be free. It's happening all around the world. People, you might think they've got a great life, but they're yearning for something else. This is everything. This has got everything to do with the planetary alignment, because a lot of people are realizing we've been lied to, and there's more to the story. You see, what the internet has done and what AI is doing, you know, AI is not a bad thing. AI is showing us something. Is showing us that, hey, with this internet, you can see how other people are living. You can open your mind to see that there's another reality for you. You know, we created the internet to find ourselves. And you've got to remind yourself that that's the reason why, if you use this technology, you can literally live your best life. You know, technology is a beautiful servant, a dangerous master. But once you use it in the right way, it can actually give you the key to unlock the door to your own salvation. I saw it back in 2012. Back in 2012, I said, okay, what's this YouTube thing? Let me start creating some videos. And I was early to see it. Now it's grown exponentially. Don't underestimate these apps like TikTok, all of these apps, because this is where the world is heading. It's not slowing down. And it's not a bad thing. It's just showing us that everything that was there before is ending. Do you know the legacy media? 6 corporations own 90% of all the media channels in the US. So with AI, what's happened is that there's competition. Now everyone is posting. When you have so much information, it's a good thing. When you have a lot of people posting videos, it's an amazing thing, because once upon a time, you can only access information through the gatekeeping portals, whether it's MSNBC, CNN, BBC, these few channels. People only had 5 channels. Now you can listen to someone else. It can change your whole perception, your whole paradigm. So we're in a time right now where you really want to be aware that there's no going back, because there's nothing to go back to. Slow motion this side. There's no going back, because there's nothing to go back to. You know, COVID was the reset. You know, a lot of people don't even remember COVID, but that was the reset. And a lot of people started to realize, okay, we can either go down or we can either go up. And this whole planetary alignment is showing us that it's the dawn of a whole new age. It's the dawn of a whole new era. And it's the return of the golden age. You see, I'm so excited that this just happened because it's just a confirmation. Anything that's happening up there, it's also happening down here. Don't let them fool you. There are millions of people waking up in every single city all around the world because of information. Once again, information is liberation. If you have the right information, you can set yourself free. This is what's happening right now on the planet. People are having the right information. And like I told you, people aren't viewing celebrities in the same way. This was an indicator. There was a shift. People aren't viewing celebrities in the same way. This was an indicator. There was a shift. Now people want to see the real stars up there. That was a slow motion. Slow motion this side. Right? And this is why I always tell you, be careful who you worship out here. Be careful who you idolize out here. Because if they're not helping you become your greatest version, they're a distraction. If they're not helping you to find out who you really are, they're a distraction. A lot of these people have massive platforms, but what are they feeding the masses? A lot of them aren't saying anything. As quiet as a church mouse. That should show you that you got to start focusing on yourself. We're in a powerful time right now where, with so many people starting to see, the amount of people that message me like, gosh, Ralph, everything has changed. Everything is absolutely, I've been diving deep for a little while and I'm going through it. You see, the awakening is extremely destructive, very destructive process. And that's for a reason. Because when you're going through the Great Awakening, it's going to strip away everything you think you know. All the illusions are going to disintegrate. And they're going to fade away. Now, what happens in this dilemma is that you've got other people around you, friends, family members who are still in the dream world. So this is the reason why they always talk about a chosen one. In every single household, there's always one person that is awake. Because you got other people around you who just want to be ignorant, just want to forget about everything. And you can't stop thinking about something else. You can't stop thinking about a new reality. You got a lot of people around you, they want to continue in the old world. But you want to move to the new world. And in that transition, you have to be strong. You have to be brave. This is not the time to think everybody is going to be on board with you. Not everyone can go. Not everyone has done the work. Think about it. It takes work. A lot of people, a lot of deep divers, a lot of light workers, they've been doing the work. Not just yesterday. They've been preparing themselves for years. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Let me say a big shout out to Casey. Murray, you most definitely appreciate. Let me first and foremost give you a round of applause for being so awesome and supporting the show. You're most definitely appreciated. Casey, you're most definitely appreciated. Thank you so much for that. First discovered you from my favorite yoga teachers, Boho Beautiful. I love you, Ralph. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, you're most definitely appreciated. I appreciate that. I always appreciate the support because it just shows me that deep divers out there are appreciating the message. So we're in a beautiful time, and this great alignment is just a symbol of it, right? So like I told you, that we're in a time of huge transitions, and you have to be aware that when you're moving into alignment, a lot of other people who aren't in alignment may judge you. They might point fingers at you. You might get into arguments. They might call you crazy, weird, strange. They might even hurl abuse at you. You have to be aware that this happens to people. When you want to go to the next level, when you want to be more, don't expect everyone to be on board. If they're not there yet, they want to bring you down to their level. So that's the reason why when we talk about alignment, you can only come into alignment when you're truly able to stop caring what other people think. Let me repeat that. You can only come into alignment when you're truly ready to stop caring what other people think. I realized, deep divers, when I chose this path, that I had to be a nomad. You got a digital nomad, then you got a deep diving nomad, right? And when you're a deep diving nomad, you're seeing things, you're hearing things, you're diving deep. Not everyone is ready to hear that. At the same time, I realized that I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to put out the message. If my soul tribe hears it, that's what it's all about. I'm not here to people please. If I was doing that, I would have stayed in my old job. I could have done that. Just live a quiet life. You won't see me. But I said, nah, because right now, big things are happening. This is the main event that's happening. You want to pay attention to what's happening. We're in the age of truth right now. That's the reason why the matrix is collapsing. That's the reason why there's so much chaos right now on the planet. Because things are very chaotic when you're not in alignment. Let me repeat that. Things are very chaotic when you're not in alignment. In ancient Egypt, you had 4,000 years of prosperity, the land of milk, honey, and gold, right? They were able to build the pyramids because they had peace, tranquility. Take a look at what's happening with Russia and Ukraine. This instability on the planet affects innovation. Billions, trillions are used for war. Imagine if those same billions and trillions were used for healthcare. That's slow motion. Slow motion this side. Right? So you got to remind yourself that you are in a time right now of a shift happening, a split happening. And once you are coming into alignment with who you truly are, just say thank you. Because a lot of the world is in disalignment, disconnected, desensitized. Just walk outside. Look at people's faces. Every face tells a story. What are you going to see? You're going to see a lot of people with frustration. You're going to see some people smiling, some people happy, but a lot of people frustrated, angry, mad, because that's what happens when you fall into the trap. So this monumental awakening is showing us, this planetary alignment is showing us that once you come into alignment, the seas will part ways. Let me say a big shout out to Healing Honey. Healing Honey in the house. Let me give you a round of applause for being so awesome, for always supporting the show. I love you. You're definitely appreciated.
Don DeMarco.
Healing Honey, shout out to you. I can't thank you enough. Heart to heart, soul to soul, thank you. Hey, you're most definitely appreciated. And Healing Honey, you know, I always see your comments. Thank you so much for being a part of Infinite Waters. And you're most definitely appreciated, right? We're in a powerful time. And what's really opened my eyes so much lately is just to remind ourselves and remind myself that there's a whole community out there of people, a whole community of people who are just like you. You know, that's the good news. Because you see, once you come into alignment, just like these stars are coming into alignment, you realize that one planet, another planet comes into alignment. One person comes into alignment. Another person comes into alignment. Around the globe, there are other people who are doing exactly what you're doing. And this is phenomenal because you see, I know for a fact that we're in a time right now where this 2025, you're gonna reconnect with your soul tribe. You're gonna reconnect with your soul family. All around the world, people are making that trip to meet other versions of themselves in space and time. And it's gonna be amazing. It is amazing. It's already happening. Because you see, have you ever wondered why? Let me say a big shout out to Frederick 24/7 365. Let me give you a round of applause for being so awesome. You're most definitely appreciated. Frederick 24/7 365. Thank you so much. Receive peace, health, wealth, and giving gratitude always. Hey, you're most definitely appreciated, right? So thank you for that. And thank you to everyone who's here. Hit that like button, deep divers, share the video. Hit that like button, deep divers, share the video. And we just started, okay? We are talking about the Planetary Alignment 2025 that's happening. On January 25th, you had 6 planets come into alignment. Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. And now, February 28th, the 7th planet, you're going to have Mercury as well. Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Venus, Neptune, Saturn, Mercury. Now, you got to remind yourself that there's a quote that says, millionaires don't study astrology. Billionaires do. Don't get it twisted. Everything happening in the heavens, they're aware of it. They know what's up. They know that people are starting to raise the frequency. People are starting to raise the vibration. People are starting to do a little samba, baby. People want to level up. And that's the reason why you're having more distractions. If you notice, sometimes in the media, they will push a story which is totally negative. No benefit. And you're wondering, why are they going to promote this person and take up a whole news spread? Then you realize that actually there are impressionable minds out there. And you see, the media have a big responsibility because they help shape public perception. Now, what's happened is that there's a transfer of power from the mainstream media to the independent media. You got people on YouTube. You got people with podcasts. These are the people who now have the power because there's a whole transfer of power right now that's happening. The mainstream celebrities, the power is being transferred to ordinary people. Anybody can be a star right now. Roll out the red carpet for yourself, and that's what's happening. So we are in an incredible time. If you are someone out there who thinks, gosh, you know, I don't know what's going on, Ralph, things are going crazy. It's amazing. Just celebrate because it's long overdue. And a lot of people have been waiting for this time. We are in the best time ever to be alive. Let me repeat that. In my mind, we are in the best time ever to be alive because you see, everything right now is coming full circle. Everything right now is coming full circle. You know, when the illusion was very strong, what happened was a lot of people said, okay, let me find out what it's all about. Did you take that trip into the Maya deep divers? A lot of people did. I did. And said, okay, let me find out what this is all about. I had to go all the way around just to come back to where I am right now. Right? This is what's happening. A lot of people are saying, oh my gosh, I want to quit this 9-to-5 not serving me. A lot of people are saying, actually, I want to quit this toxic relationship. People are ending something right now. This is an end of something and a start of something new. A new chapter is beginning. I'm excited. A lot of people are excited because the possibilities are endless. You know, what you're also seeing is, if you look at content creation, and this is a huge sign which coincides with the planetary alignment, everybody on social media right now, they're talking about something called the best version of yourself, right? Have you heard that expression? Become your greatest version, right? People are talking about it everywhere. You've got podcast shows and they want to bring on the most intelligent guests with the most informative information. Why do you think that's happening? This has never been done before. It's happening because this is the time for the truth to come out. You see, people are more interested in listening to the real truth, a different perspective. All of this is a sign of the great alignment. You might think you know this, and then you hear someone else's view. You're like, wait a second, let me realign myself. It's got everything to do with what's happening right now up there. And for all of those people out there who think they haven't got anything to share, nothing could be further from the truth. We are in a time right now where you have so much to share. I told people, and when I see people who are creating content, I say, phenomenal. I was telling people back in 2015, hey, start a YouTube channel. Start a YouTube channel. I was telling my audience that. All the deep divers who were there in 2015, if you were there in 2015, deep divers, hit that like button and say I was there. All the people who were there in 2015, I was saying, hey, start a YouTube channel. And a lot of people did. And fast forward now, when I see their channel, I say, okay, that's phenomenal. These people are titans. These people are creators. And they're actually shifting everything. It's amazing. So a lot of people say, I'm only one person. What can I do? We're in a time right now where just by you coming into alignment, you can help other people move there too. And this is what's happening. You have a lot of people right now who are putting out something into the universe. Other people are listening. And they're changing their whole behavior, their whole outlook, their whole mindset. I've been doing it for people, but I encourage other people to do it for other people. And now you're going to create a wave of change. That's what this alignment is all about. It starts with one and ends with many. And it never ends. It just goes one. Each one teach one. So, for the longest time, it used to be cool to not know what's going on. For the longest time, it used to be cool to stay dumbed down. For the longest time, it used to be cool to be ignorant. And now a lot of people realize that actually ignorance is expensive pain. I no longer want to be ignorant. I want to learn as much as I can. This ties into the time we're in right now, the information age. YouTube is the second largest search engine. So Google, then YouTube. People want to find out things, how to do things. This is all a sign of alignment, because the more knowledge you have, the more you come into alignment. People want to eat better. People want to feel better, right? We can't go back. We can only go up. And this has got everything to do with the great alignment. You know, we're in a time right now where do everything you can to put yourself in position. Even these planets are putting themselves in position. You want to remind yourself you are a star. You want to put yourself in position. Because alignment has everything to do with putting yourself in the right place at the right time. Slow motion this side. Alignment has everything to do with putting yourself in the right place at the right time. A lot of people are caught up somewhere where they don't need to be. They're around people where they don't need to be around. They're around people who they don't need to be around. And if you get caught out there, not in the right place for you, you're going to suffer the consequences. I had to learn how to dodge like Neo from the Matrix. I had to learn how to move in a room full of vultures. I had to learn how to move in a certain way, right? Because I was really in those YouTube streets deep divers, right? And you have to learn how to move in a certain way. You know, there's a lot of people who want to kind of show everything they've got. But when you learn that you don't want to show all of your hand, you don't want to put all of your cards on the table up front, face up. You want to learn to play chess. So I had to learn how to play chess. And a lot of people have learned how to play chess. What do I mean by this? They're always thinking one step ahead. You see, there are two worlds forming. One of them has a future and the other one doesn't. And it's up to us to decide what we want our fate to be. Do we want to go down with the sinking ship? Or do we want to go up and like Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond, right? To infinity and beyond, right? So this is the reason why it's such an exciting time. Because all of a sudden, people want to break free, right? People want to break free. And that only means you're going to go somewhere else. You're going to leave things behind. And that's the reason why right now on the planet, because as things are coming into alignment, you're leaving a lot behind. And you're also having to deal with people who still want to bring you back into the old life, the old lifestyle. And that's the reason why if you can learn how to move, if you can learn how to protect your energy, everything is going to be amazing. But it's not easy. You know, what they don't tell you is that you're playing on the hardest level ever. When we talk about the great alignment, you're in a video game. Level 1, level 2, level 3. It's fine. All you have to do is just be an automaton, a zombie, and you'll be just fine. But if you want to go to the top level, level 33 and beyond, that's why they call in Freemasonry the 33rd degree. You want to go to the top levels. You're going to have to go through so much. You're going to have to be smart. You're going to have to learn how to move. You're going to have to learn how to do your own research. You're going to have to learn how to stay positive in a world which fills you with so much negativity. You're going to have to learn how to be an alchemist. You're going to have to learn how to change your friend group. It amazes me that so many people, and this is how you know there's levels to this. This is how you know there's levels to this. Because you see, when social media came around, everyone used it in a different way. Some people showed you their lifestyle, right? Some people show you what their kids are drinking right now, what their kids are eating right now. Some people show you their entire life, and that's fantastic. And then some people say, okay, I want to help someone else, right? And you got to pay very close attention, because I've seen what a lot of content creators do. And the ones who are highly successful are the ones who are selfless, not only talking about their lifestyle or showing you their lifestyle, but they're of service to humanity. If you want to go to the next level, because this is where the world is heading, start creating value for other people around you. If you're on Facebook and you're always taking selfies, you got to stop that. Unless that's all you want. But if you want to go to the next level, say, okay, how can I help someone else? How can I solve someone else's problems? The most successful entrepreneurs solve other people's problems. You got a problem? Let me help you solve it. There are people who said, okay, and I remember one guy who was like, okay, I'm going to help other people design thumbnails. This guy is super successful right now. He saw the opportunity. And that's what alignment is all about. That's what going to the next level is all about. You can show off on social media, on the gram, but you're only fooling yourself because you're wasting time. You got work to do. I could have spent this whole video just talking about, hey, look at my watch. Look at this chair. I'm so cool. Who cares? We got work to do, deep divers. There's a reason why I haven't shown you my cars. I don't care about cars. I don't care about watches. I don't even have a watch. But a lot of people, when social media came around, they wanted to show off like it's the first time they've seen a camera. But what you find is that a lot of those people, they're not manifesting. Because we're in a time right now, especially with this great alignment, it's not just about you. It's about other people and you being of service to other people. This planetary alignment shows us that everything is connected. It shows us that it's not just about one person. It's about a community. It's about a collective. And if you are someone who's creating a community, if you are someone who's helping other people, adding value to other people, you're going to go very far. So in today's world, the people who are offering value to other people, helping other people, creating community are the real winners, and are the ones who are going to be doing a little samba, baby, raising the frequency, right? So always remind yourself, because sometimes I go on Facebook, I just see, okay, what are people posting? And it always amazes me, because some people, all they're doing is showboating. And I see that when I say, okay, where's the real work? They've got nothing to show me. And this is how the matrix works. You got a lot of people who are fooling you, because the real people who are manifesting, and I know a lot of people who are super successful, these people are just creating, adding value to other people's lives. And therefore they change their entire life. So you got to remind yourself that when we talk about the time we're in right now, you've got to ask yourself, deep divers, am I just showing off on social media, or do I have something to say? I've gone on so many holidays, deep divers. I've posted a few pictures here and there, but I'm not going to just start taking selfie after selfie. I'm going to give you a message with that selfie. I'm going to give you a message with a video. And if you can do that, you're going to go to the next level. Once again, it's not just about me. It's about we. You turn the me upside down. It's now a we. You have to ask yourself, okay, how am I contributing to other people's lives in a positive way? How am I impacting people? You've got an opportunity right now. And this great alignment is all about that. That it starts with you realizing nobody is an island. Every single day, the people who are extremely successful, when they wake up, they say, okay, how can I impact someone else in a positive way? How can I give back to someone? If you're on that kind of frequency, it's only going to get better for you. I saw that back in 2015. You had a lot of people saying, okay, I just want to do prank videos and this and that. And that was cool. We need these people as well. But then you had some people who were saying, okay, let's talk about becoming our greatest versions. And those people are still here today. People like Ralph Smart, all of these people, we're still here because when you create a platform based on service, help, support, you will have longevity. There are a lot of people who are here today, gone tomorrow. They get their 15 seconds of fame, then they're out of here. Just remember how many hot singers there were 2 years ago. They're no longer here. What happened to them? Here today, gone tomorrow. But what about the people who had a message? They're still here. So you got to remind yourself, we're in a time right now where only the truth frequency will remain. Only the truth frequency will be left standing. I'm going to be here in the next 100 years, Deep Dive is still doing a little samba, baby. Raising the frequency. Because there's still so much to share. Right? This is a never-ending service. And it's a beautiful way to live life, to share with humanity. So we're in a time right now where a lot of people are starting to wake up and say, okay, what do I have to give back to people? And that's the reason why I told you, even with YouTube, I don't even check how many. Someone said, Ralph, you got over 2 million subscribers, not including the website. When I got a YouTube Gold Award, I said, okay, this is just a confirmation. I'm in alignment. I'm doing the right thing. Everybody can get that as well. But here's the difference. There are a lot of content creators on YouTube, and I try and give you game, is that the reason why this channel, I've got a YouTube Gold Award and nearly 500 million views. Talk your shit, Ralph. Who said that? The reason why Deep Divers is because, why do you think? You can answer in the chat. You can answer in the chat. Because everything I do has a long shelf life. Everything I do has a very long shelf life. It's like honey. It never expires. Slow motion this side. It's like honey. It never expires. A video I made in 2016, 7 Ways to Be Happy, is still relevant in 2025. Now, here and there, I might talk about a mainstream topic, but even I know that that's here today, gone tomorrow. It's not important. So if you are a content creator out there, stop just thinking about talking about a celebrity. Make sure you talk about what's going to be here in the next 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, because this is how you become the master of the game. And I was smart enough to know this. And that's the reason why anything I'm creating, I say, okay, I can put it out again because it's still going to have the same potency. So we're in a time right now where a lot of people are starting to realize this. What can I create that can stand the test of time? When you're creating with intention, your creation will always be here forever. And that's the difference. So we're in a time right now where you're seeing people who are going to start creating more with intention. And once you do that, you become super powerful. Everything I'm creating is extremely strategic. And I'm asking myself a few questions. Is this important? Is it necessary? Is it needed? And is it going to be relevant in the next 5 years? Right? Because you see, with alignment, it's all about you realizing one thing. Alignment means you have to sacrifice pleasure. when you woke up today, some people did some exercise to bring themselves into alignment, but they could have stayed in bed, watched some Netflix. To move into alignment, it requires sacrifice. It's not easy. You don't wake up saying, hey, I'm going to move into alignment. You got to take some action, right? You got to take some action. It requires sacrifice. If you want to get that body, ladies, fellas, you're going to have to sacrifice junk food to say, actually, okay, let me start juicing. Pass me the green juice, all of that. So alignment is not easy. It takes tremendous self-discipline. And we're in a time right now where a lot of people are realizing everything they want means that they have to get disciplined. Mastermind mentality in the house. Let me give you a big round of applause. Thank you so much. And by the way, deep divers, hit that like button, share the video. We just started. Hit that like button, share the video. Mastermind mentality. Thank you so much. Mastermind mentality, because you're not here to make us dumb, you're dropping wisdom. Hey, thank you so much. Let me say a big shout out to Dear Divine in the house. You're most definitely appreciated. Dear Divine, thank you so much. Much love and peace to us all. I feel everything you are saying. Thank you. Thank you for providing us with this community. That's what I love to do. You're most definitely appreciated. Sweet Southern Gal, let me give you a round of applause. Thank you so much. Sweet Southern Gal, shout out to you. Thank you, Rel, for bringing us together. I appreciate you so much for this. Blessings, dear one. Hey, you're most definitely appreciated. You're most definitely appreciated. And, you know, it's so wonderful just to share with you in live time, you know, because we are in a monumental time right now in human history. And we've got to remind ourselves that moving and coming into alignment, like I said, it requires sacrifice, but also it requires you being extremely strong mentally. You can only survive as long as I have through mental strength, not physical strength, mental strength. When people turn on you, deep divers, when people abandon you, you have to remind yourself that it's not personal. How many of you out there have family members, friends who don't get where you're coming from? Because you are a super deep diver. You're into raising the frequency. They're all telling you, asking you, why can't you be normal? Why can't you be like everyone else? Has that ever happened to you, deep divers? They just want you to be like everybody else, but you can't, because your soul came here to do greater things. And this is what many people are dealing with, who are highly awake. But I'm here to tell you, as someone who's gone through it, still goes through it, and overcomes it, continue to listen to yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. Don't allow people to gaslight you. Because you see, The world has changed and is changing very quickly. That whole old world is coming to an end. Soon it will be forgotten in history. Something new is coming into existence. People have spoken about it as the new earth. People have spoken about it as the fifth dimension. People have spoken about it as the golden age. Something new is coming. A lot of people can feel it. And the more you kind of focus on the reality you want, the more that reality finds you. It's happened to me. But you're going to have to stay strong, because it's so easy to allow other people to pull you down, to bring you down. If you're not in the right environment, it's damn near impossible to come into alignment. I had to let go of my job, my 9 to 5, all of that, just to live this lifestyle right here. It wasn't easy. I had studied psychology, got a degree in psychology, criminology, all of that, working in the matrix, and beating 300 applicants to get the job. And I said one day I quit. What? Yeah. People thought I was crazy. Because they'll be like, how come you've spent so much time trying to get this job and all of this, and now you just want to call it quits? People didn't understand me. And I was so good at the job because I'm so consistent and I've got good energy. They wanted me to stay. They begged me to stay. And it's hard. Sometimes you don't want to even let down your coworkers. You know, sometimes deep divers, you're in that job, they offer you a promotion. That's what happened to me. And another promotion. And I realized if I had stayed there, I wouldn't be able to fulfill the mission. I would not be able to fulfill the mission. So it's going to take courage. It's not easy. Coming into alignment with your true self is not easy, because you're going to have to say bye to that old life so you can live this new one. And that means letting people down. It means disappointing other people. Are you prepared to disappoint other people? Are you prepared to disappoint other people? Because if you're not, stay there. If you are, congratulations. It's not personal. We got to remind ourselves that it's so much bigger than what we think. You know, someone said, and this really sums up how insignificant each one of us is. You know, we complain about things. People haven't got the big picture in their mind. Someone said, okay, the Queen of England passed away. And a lot of people forget that. People may not have even remembered that at this moment. What does that mean? It means that if the Queen of England can pass away and life goes on, what do you think is going to happen to you? That's in slow motion. Slow motion this side. In other words, life goes on. Life goes on. No one is gonna, all of your problems are tiny in the grand scheme of things, because life is a continual motion. And it doesn't matter how big you think you are, people will forget about you. What they won't forget about is the truth. That's the only thing that remains, is the truth. That's the reason why the Quran, the Bible, these books are still here, because they contain elements of the truth. So if you make your life geared towards truth, your legacy will live on. And that's the reason why a lot of people are saying, okay, I was on demon time. I want to get right with myself. I want to get right with nature. I want to get right with the truth. And now they're leaving a legacy that will last forever. So you've got to be careful. You can be gone and gone, forgotten, if you're living in the illusion. Or you can be eternal if you are living in the truth. You see it with music, right? You see it with Tupac and Biggie. Biggie is a phenomenal artist, but Tupac was more of a revolutionary. The song, I was in school and the teacher played Changes to the students. I'm like, wow. Tupac's music is in schools, right? One of my videos was played in a school. Someone sent me a picture. I'm like, wow, okay, that just shows me we're getting into the classrooms. That's good news. So this is what I talk about legacies. What I talk about when you create something that can stand the test of time, it will always be around. And this is what you have to always go over with yourself every single day. Am I just doing things for the here and now? Or am I playing for the championship? That's the slow motion. Slow motion this side. I wrote down this deep dive as a new world is coming into existence. A better world, a world where anything is possible. Once again, a new world is coming into existence, a better world, a world where anything is possible. And I'm excited. You know, one of the things you have to remind yourself of is that there's talk of this AI, right? And the reason why this is so intriguing, so fascinating, you have futurists like Ray Kurzweil, the former director of engineering of Google, and all of these people. You know, they talk about how, like in 2029, you're going to have the singularity where artificial intelligence supersedes human intellect and AI is now sentient. This is inevitable. It's coming. Whether I like it or not, whether you like it or not, AI is coming, and it's coming quickly. This is a sign of the time. It's a sign of the times. Just like the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution was a big change. Now AI is a second change that's coming. That's going to change everything forever. This means that you have to be awake and aware that AI is not a bad thing. It's an opportunity to use it to power your own dream. The amount of people right now who are working from their laptop on online business, that's only possible with AI. So I'm taking all the positives from AI to say, actually, without YouTube, I would have been still stuck in the matrix. Thank you, YouTube, for changing my entire life. I got no problems with YouTube. It gave me an opportunity. It gave me a chance. Because guess what? In the matrix, I didn't have any chances. All I could be was this. With the internet, the possibilities are endless. You got young people streaming on Twitch, playing video games, making $1 million a month. Kai Cenat, iShowSpeed, these people, it's phenomenal. I can't even hate on it. I can only say, that's crazy. Right? It's showing you something. Everything is shifting. So you have to remind yourself that we're in a time right now where don't be afraid of change, embrace it. Don't be afraid of change, welcome it. Don't be afraid of change. Know that change is the only constant in the universe. So, you know, with this alignment happening, it's just a reminder that you want to make sure you're in position. You want to make sure you're in pole position. You want to make sure that you are doing exactly what you're here to do. Once again, when you're in alignment, don't expect everyone else to be happy around you. Even Jesus was crucified. Doesn't matter. You got to remind yourself that you're not doing it for the people today. You're doing it for the future generations to look back on. And this is what it's all about. You have to remind yourself that a lot of people right now are going to get their wake-up call because systems are malfunctioning. People have been holding on for so long, for dear life, but their reality they created is also going to be questioned. You're going to see a lot of people acting very crazy, funny, strange, because the truth is going to face them. People have been running away from it. Now they're going to come face to face with it. You can run, but you can't hide forever. So you're going to have to be there for other people. People who are going to have mental breakdowns. I told you, it's not about the money. It's about the consciousness. It's about, okay, do I know who I am? You can have all the riches in the world in the matrix, but if you don't know who you are, it's going to end badly. It's going to end terribly. And you've seen it. You see it. Certain stars, you see them with all the money. It doesn't end good because once again, it's lonely in those rooms. It's lonely when you realize that a lot of people, they can only dive to a certain level. It's shallow. And that's the reason why even the Beatles, George Harrison, all of these people, he went to India. Because once you're in that rock and roll lifestyle for a while, you say, okay, now I want to ask some questions. I want to find out what's really going on. That changed the whole Beatles. But you have to remind yourself that that's only the natural evolution, the natural progression. You have a lot of people who are actors, who are very talented actors, singers, but they live a whole different lifestyle. Because once you are living this, when your consciousness expands, it changes who you are. So what's happening is that even people who are soccer players, football players, basketball players, people in society only think, okay, that's just LeBron James. That's just this person. That's just Taylor Swift. That's just Nicki Minaj. These are static realities. The truth is, each one of those is changing. They're going to have to go through their own experiences, which is going to awaken them. They might be a whole different person. This is the time we're in right now. You might see someone you've known your whole life. Tomorrow they come to you, they're a whole different person. You say, what happened to you? Don't ask. Don't ask. So you have to be aware that we're in a time right now where you're going to see people start to change around you. You're going to see a lot of people start to change around you. You're going to see people who are they're going to go on a trip. They're going to come back totally different. A new awareness. And it's happening as I'm speaking. And that's the reason why pay very close attention to what's happening. Because you're going to see more and more of it. You're going to see more and more people having this tremendous awakening. And therefore, they're going to be unrecognizable. It's going to be amazing. But don't expect people to be the same as who they were as you knew them. Realize this is a time where people are shifting, changing up, switching up. And you want to make sure you're doing the same. So this alignment that's happening, the ancients said, as above, so below. Everything happening up there is also affecting everything that's happening down here. So one of the greatest ways to go up, to come into alignment, is to realize it's all connected. People underestimate even the weather. But it's a reality. The weather affects us, whether we like it or not, because the weather is a frequency. And that's the reason why when it's summertime, people are happier. Of course, you can still be happy when it's wet and windy, but I'm talking generally speaking. When the sun is out, life is out. And we're approaching the new year, which is actually March 1st. Spring, where everything is going to start to blossom and bloom again. Oh, you thought New Year was January 1st, deep dives? Right? So we're approaching the new year, and this is a new hope for humanity, that we can do better collectively. We're in a time right now where a lot of work has to be done. We're in a time right now where a lot of healing has to take place. And one thing with alignment is that it requires healing. It requires inner work. You spend all of your time at work only to come home to have no energy. You give the best of yourself to work, and the little bit you have left, you bring it back home. This is a cycle that repeats itself in the matrix. So when I realized that, I said, okay, how can I create a life I don't need a vacation from? Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. So I started to do that. I love my life every single day. And when you come into alignment, you will have infinite energy. People say, Ralph, aren't you tired? You're making so many videos. We got over 5,000 videos on this channel. We got over 5,000 videos on this channel. Nearly half a billion views. I said, I'm just getting started. This is just like a training session, deep divers. We're just going to the gym right now, doing some reps, raising the frequency. This is what happens when you come into alignment with your true purpose. You can last for longer. You can go for longer. And every single day, remind yourself there's work to do. I'm not finished. I still got work to do. And hey, let me say a big shout out to Daniel. Daniel, you're most definitely appreciated. Let me give you a round of applause and much appreciation.
Dom DeMarco.
Daniel Soul, shout out to you. Thank you for all of your work, beloved brother. You have been instrumental in raising the vibration, peace, power, and prosperity, dear brother. Hey, you're most definitely appreciated. I appreciate that, Daniel. And deep divers, hit that like button if you support the real. Share this video. Let's get this into the algorithm, right? Hit that like button, share the video. We're in a time right now where, and this is good news. You know, this is why I'm so excited, because you see, people are making a pivot, right? People are making a pivot. People are going this way. Now they're going that way. People are going this way. Now they're going that way. They're going this way. Now they're going that way. Right. And it's a beautiful feeling when you do that dance, you do that pivot dance where you change directions. And this is what we're seeing now more than ever. People are pivoting. They're changing their whole life plans right now. Life was supposed to go like this. Now they're doing a pivot 180, right? Because we're in a time right now where people want to come into alignment with who they really are. They want to do more of what makes them happy. They want to start being free. They want to start smiling again, because everything right now is showing us we can be so much more. There are levels to even experience. There are levels to even happiness. There are levels to even feeling good. People say, I feel good. But you can feel good. And then you can feel good, right? There's levels to this shit, deep divers. You know, a lot of people have become content in the matrix, because the matrix gives you just enough to be satisfied. What does it give you? Bread and circuses. You get your entertainment on a Saturday. You get your day off on a Sunday. Let me repeat that. You get your entertainment on a Saturday. You get your day off on a Sunday. And then Monday, you go back to work like a good slave. So there's a program running. And that's why I always say, don't stick to the script. It's Sunday, right? Ralph, you should be sleeping. Don't share with the world. This is not work. I repeat, this is not work. I don't have a job. This is, what is it, deep divers? Raising the frequency. That's what this is. So it's amazing that if you can learn that there's a programming of the week. They call it the weekdays for a reason. It's the time when you start feeling weak. Slow motion this side. I said they call it the weekdays for a reason. It's the time most people start feeling weak. You got to start making it the strong days, right? Not the weekdays, the strong days. So, absolutely. 5D consciousness, joy over boredom. Let me put that up. Joy over boredom. Right? That's what a job is. That's what my job is. Joy over boredom. Right? They call it the weekdays because that's when people start feeling weak. So I had to learn that I have to change things around. You can relax on Monday. You can relax on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You can work on the weekends. Once you start playing around with the programming, you can now start hacking the program code. You're supposed to start the day on Monday, start the week on Monday. As you go through the week, you're supposed to be happy on the Friday, the weekend. But that's when people are most depressed. Why? Because it's ass backwards. You've been building up the climax. It's no longer enjoyable. That's the reason why I told you Monday is the best day of the week for me. I love it. It's exciting. Something new. Go back. Monday used to be the worst day for me. Now I love Mondays. It's a beautiful day on Monday. This is what happens when you're coming into alignment. You're not afraid of Tuesday. In fact, Tuesday is beautiful. Wednesday is phenomenal. Thursday is exciting. Friday is the best. Saturday is amazing. Sunday is blessed, right? So every day can bring something fresh. You know, don't go into a Monday with a mindset that it's going to be hard. It's going to be doom and gloom. You want to start making Monday the best day of the week. You want to start making Monday the best day of the week. And you do this by coming into alignment on the Sunday. You see, don't wait till Monday to get right with yourself. Do that on the Saturday. Some people, what they do, they exercise from Monday to Friday. They take the weekend off. Right? And for me, I'm still exercising on Saturday and Sunday because I got to get right on the Monday. So when you have this kind of mindset, that alignment is not something you do temporarily. Let me repeat that. Alignment is not something you do temporarily. Let me repeat it one more time. Alignment is not something you do temporarily. It's not a part-time job. It's a full-time commitment. I had to learn that if I do something every single day, I can get incredibly good at it, but also I can come into alignment. Now it does itself. Every single day, is a practice that's going to help you become your greatest version. This is what alignment is all about. The alignment doesn't just happen overnight. The alignment is a whole process which happens when you start now and it keeps growing. So a lot of people say I'm in alignment, but it should be I'm aligning, because you see, you can be in alignment today, but on the floor tomorrow. Have you ever felt so good, deep divers, and then the next day you hit rock bottom? It can happen like that because people get carried away. It goes to their head. And this is what happens when you have a lot of people thinking they've done the work, not realizing alignment is a daily effort. If you stop doing your exercises, you're going to put on weight. If you stop eating good, eating healthy, and now you start eating junk food, you let yourself go, you got to do catching up. So we got to be on our A game. We got to be on our A game out here, right? And that's the reason why every day you got to make an effort to come into alignment. It's not easy. Alignment is, you're playing on the hardest level, because there are days when you want to be like everyone else in the Matrix, right? You want to just turn up and act ignorant. That's okay too. But you know deep down that if you do that, you're going to go further and further into the abyss. You see, when you don't want to come into alignment and you just want to be like everyone else in the Matrix, there's no effort required. It can be beautiful. But what you don't realize is that one day it's going to catch up on you. You're going to be like, gosh, what happened? And that's what happens. You can have the instant pleasure right now, or you can play the long game and enjoy the fruits of your labor in times to come. Good vibrations in the house. Let me say a big shout out to you. You're most definitely appreciated. Hey, let me give you a round of applause for being so awesome. Deep divers, hit that like button, share the video. Hit that like. Let's get it to 1,000 likes before the end of the stream. Let's get it to 1,000 likes before the end of the stream. Hit that like button. Let's go.
Dom the Monko.
Good vibrations. Thank you so much. This is church for me, and every day is the weekend for me. Enjoy life every day. Things are looking optimistic in the world. Just got to clean up our waters, our land, and our foods. Absolutely. Absolutely. That was powerful. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what it's all about, you know. It's about how you see the world. That's everything. You know, how you're seeing the world is everything. Every single day, remind yourself it's all about how you are seeing this thing. This influences what the world becomes. And that's the reason why you've got to occupy your mind and not get sucked into other people's storylines which aren't serving you. You're most definitely appreciated. Shout out to you. Torfa S, shout out to you. You're most definitely appreciated. Thank you so much for that. I definitely appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support. So we're in a powerful time right now, you know, and I'll play you a bit of the video out in the heart of nature, because there were certain things when you're just in the heart of nature, you're just kind of channeling information, you're diving deep. You say things which sometimes they need a deeper dive into it. So I'll play a bit of the video. We can talk about it, right? Let's go. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. I woke up like this, deep divers, all magical and fly, and there's no place I'd rather be. We're out here in the heart of nature, deep divers. There's no place I'd rather be than by infinite waters. Let's breathe, deep divers. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. My oh my, I feel so healthy right now. I am so healthy right now, deep divers. Raising the frequency. Let's stop it right there. Nature is the secret. And that's what this alignment is all about right now. Are you taking time to go to nature? That's a secret. You've seen me. And you see me every single day. I'm in the heart of nature for a reason. Because that's where you're going to become your greatest version. And raise the frequency. And become healthier. I feel so much better now. Raising the vibration. I feel so much better now. Sending you tons of good ass energy. The cat down the road said you feel so much better now. Deep divers, I hope all of you are taking care of yourself. Let's talk about the Planetary Alignment 2025. The Planetary Alignment 2025. Things they're not telling you about the Planetary Alignment 2025. Have you heard of the Planetary Alignment 2025 that's taking place right now? This information right here is going to blow your mind and inspire you at the same time. Are you ready? Hit that like button right now if you're ready, deep divers, and share this video. Hit that like button right now if you support the real, because we got a whole lot to talk about. Look, if you are watching this video, this is your confirmation. Amazing things are coming your way this year. If you're ready to receive them, just say thank you. Now, deep divers, I'm out here in the heart of nature. It's a beautiful sunny day. And I wanted to bring you this message about the Planetary Alignment 2025. This is huge news, okay? It's already happening right now. It's going to affect you. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So, deep divers, January 25th, 2025 was the start of the epic planetary alignment, okay? 6 planets were in alignment. Like, the cat down the road and I were observing it with our popcorn, and it was amazing. Have you seen it? So you had these 6 planets: Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Now, guess what? February 28th, you're going to see Mercury. So it's going to be 7 planets in alignment. Now, what does this mean? How is this going to help us become our greatest version? Good question. You see, deep divers, not a leaf falls from a tree without the universe's permission. What if I told you everything happening in the heavens is also happening on earth? That's the reason why the ancients said, as above, so below, as within, so without. A planetary alignment is so significant. You know why? Because it symbolizes the signs of the times. Let's stop it right there. Signs of the times. Deep divers, what are some of the signs of the times you've seen? Put it in the chat. What are some of the signs of the times you've seen right now? Put it in the chat. What are the signs of the times? In America, look what Trump is doing. That's a sign of the times. Right? We can keep going, but what are the signs of the times that you can see? You're seeing, and like I said, or maybe I'll play the video, but put it in the chat. What are some of the signs of the times that you've seen? Let's continue. It's over. The Matrix is over. The house. Stop it right there. The Matrix is over, right? The house of cards is collapsing. So that's one sign of the times that it's over. You know, for a long time, people believed in reality as it was. And now people are starting to realize it's all a big joke, right? It's all a big joke. Let's continue. Cards is collapsing. It's the end of this ridiculous cheap set B movie. It's the end of the tacky carnival funhouse. It's the end of the lies, and it's the start of the truth.
Millions of people right now are waking up on the planet.
Let me just, because I said, okay, put in the chat some of the signs of the times. Let's read some, deep divers. So Brendan Smith is saying Hopi prophecy. Thank you. Absolutely. Hopi prophecy. If you don't know what the Hopi prophecy is, it is the Native Americans who talked about the Hopi prophecy. They spoke of this time we're in right now, a time of chaos. Also, the good news, a time when people all around the world will unite and come together as one and start raising the frequency and vibration. What are the signs of the times that you can see, deep divers? Good vibrations are saying lies are being exposed. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's huge. That is huge. LaRon Hill, a global karma. Ooh. Absolutely. Absolutely. Signs of the times. Necktie, wildfires. People have forgotten already what happened in California, Pacific Palisades. This happened because of the signs of the times. Pay attention to what's happening. Right? Animals are dying voluntary. Signs of the times. Ooh, Brendan Smith. I like this one. Consciousness and truth are becoming mainstream. That's huge. That is huge. There's a reason why even these celebrities, you may not be religious or not, but there's a reason why they're going back to Christianity. Look at Justin Bieber. He's saying, hey, this is my pastor, quoting Bible verses, all of these things. These are the signs of the times where even people, these celebrities, they want to do the right thing. They want to be on the right side of history. These are the signs of the times. They want to help out with the wildfires. They want to do free concerts because they know that, hey, this is the age of truth, right? What else? What are some of the signs of the times? Put it in the chat. Let's talk about it. That was huge. That was huge. And condolences to everyone who lost their lives in these horrific plane crashes. But that was crazy. You know, you had the DC plane crash. You had another plane crash in Philadelphia. You had another plane crash in somewhere else in Canada or somewhere like that. The plane went upside down, turned on its head. These are strange things happening. Strange things happening, right? These are the signs of the times. What else? Thank you. Asteroid 2032. Let's talk about it. You know, there's an asteroid which NASA say and scientists say is heading towards Earth by 2032. It's got a 2.3% chance of hitting Earth. It's not about fear. It's just about you reminding yourself this happened in Siberia before, and it wiped out a whole place there. It could happen again. They tell you in the films, Deep Impact. They were telling you, hey, get ready for these things happening. Signs of the times. What are the signs of the times you're seeing, deep divers? Put it in the chat. 5D consciousness is saying wars. Absolutely. You know, if you take a look at this Russia and Ukraine situation, this has been going on for a little while now. Also, Israel and Palestine. These things are happening because of the signs of the times. What's happening in the Congo. All of these things, right? It's all tied into it. Chill Vibe Sweet. Shout out to you. Digital currency replacing paper money. Woo! There were a lot of films about that. Go and watch Demolition Man. They were telling you back then, before they had the Skype calls, they had Demolition Man telling you about video conference calls. Go and watch the scene when they're having the video conference call through screens. Everything they put in those movies is now happening right now. And there were a lot of science fiction movies back then. They were showing you digital currencies, Blade Runner. And that's what's happening right now. A lot of people don't even have cash. They don't even use cash. They haven't even seen cash in a long time. In the next 5 years, cash is going to be obsolete. In the next 5 years, there's going to be no cash whatsoever. These are the signs of the times. What else? Hurricanes. Okay. What else? Good news. People are finding their place in the world. Absolutely. Signs of the times. People are now finding their place in the world. What else? Back to the Future. Marty got fired from working from home. Woo! Absolutely. Elon, the richest man in Babylon. Signs of the times, right? And this is a big thing as well. Time is ticking. Deep Impact. You know, it's not a coincidence that you have an app called TikTok. Something is ticking. Time is going very quickly, right? Even though it's an illusion, but it's still real in the human construct. And it's speeding up. Things are shifting quick. Signs of the times. AI meet augmented reality. AI is a sign of the times. Absolutely. Absolutely. The weather. Trees and flowers blooming during the winter. Ooh. Have you noticed that, deep divers? Signs of the times. Joe Wayne, shout out to you. Darkness being exposed by light. Ooh, absolutely. Absolutely. False prophets, Deridio. Absolutely. And this is beautiful because the ushering in of the New World Order is huge, right? And this is happening right now. Brendan Smith, The Quickening. Have you heard of The Quickening, deep divers? Is happening right now. There is a monumental quickening happening. Have you noticed that things are just moving very quickly? It's not enough time in the day. Shout out to the wonderful Ohima. Robots are taking over. Phenomenal vibes. Hey, you're most definitely appreciated. Absolutely. Robots are taking over. You got to pay attention, deep divers, of ChatGPT, right? There was another app in China that came out similar to ChatGPT. AI is not playing around. And that's the reason why you better pay attention and hold on to your humanity. 5D consciousness. Earth is becoming more abundant. Absolutely. Signs of the times, you know. Let's get some more in, deep dives. What are the signs of the times you're seeing in your reality? Because this is going to help other people out there. Turning off the TV. Absolutely. You know, I had a Netflix subscription, but I'm not even watching Netflix. And I always say that turning off the TV was one of the best things I could have ever did. And it was the best thing I ever did. I remember being at school, one guy said he didn't have a TV. I thought he was crazy. Now I realize how smart he was. Right? So, Asphalt saying the chakras are becoming more prevalent. Absolutely, Lav. More people spending time outside. Absolutely. 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 And what's happening is that people are moving towards more nature spaces. And that's powerful. This is a sign of the times. Shout out to you, Rosie. I don't even have a TV. And I'm single, mom of 5 kids, right? So that's a sign of the times. Shout out to you, Rosie. You're most definitely appreciated. Planetary alignment. Absolutely. Absolutely. Woo! Malcolm the Wise. Facing challenges before you realize blessings. Absolutely. And let's talk about that for a while, because you see, so many people think everything is peaches and cream, not realizing that, like Malcolm is saying, you are going to have to face challenges before you realize blessings. You are going to have to face challenges before you realize blessings. Don't think this whole shit is sweet. Don't think this whole awakening stuff is sweet, deep divers. You are going to have to face big challenges before you realize blessings, because you got to remind yourself, you've been programmed to do what everyone else is doing. When you say, hey, I want more, I want to wake up, you're going to have even your own family friends going against you. People want to bring you down. People saying, hey, you're no good. People don't want to see you shine. It's going to happen. It's going to happen because that's what happens when you're a chosen one. That's what happens when you're a chosen one. The end of household billing system. Twerking pastors, that's crazy. Unlimited energy. Signs of the times, It's time to bring back free energy, deep divers. It's time to bring back free energy. Family turning on each other. Absolutely. Family feuds. Signs of the times. Right? Glitches in the matrix. Absolutely. Signs of the times. Non-flying and shorter distance travelers. Yes. Speaking things and knowing of things before they appear without even trying to. Ooh. You're in that super frequency, baby. Signs of the times. Absolutely. And this is what I love. Fear-based culture is fading. Let's repeat that. Fear-based culture is fading. One more time. Fear-based culture is fading. Have you noticed that, deep divers? Have you noticed that people don't want to entertain fear like the way they used to? People don't want to entertain fear like the way they used to. A lot of people are saying, actually, I don't want to be afraid anymore. And this is a sign of the times, right? And it's powerful. Marie's message, spiritual warfare. Absolutely. Pay attention to the spiritual warfare that's out there. Pay attention to the spiritual warfare that's out there. Logi presto, coincidences and synchronicities and signs happening all day, every day. Absolutely. Signs of the times, deep divers. Put it in the chat. What are some of the signs and the times you've seen? Let us talk about it. Aquil, celebrities exposed, Diddy exposed, hip hop transformed, and music changed forever. Truth teller Jaguar Wright gets award, and Drake gets embarrassed on a world stage. They not like us. Signs of the times. I did that Kendrick breakdown, and that was a sign of the times, right? Because it's all spiritual, it's all symbolic. Like I say, follow yourself, but you have to realize each celebrity, each artist vibrates on a certain frequency. Someone like a Drake is an artist who is extremely popular, the most mainstream artist, the most streamed artist on Spotify. But when you come in with a truth frequency, what happens? You can change all of that just by one song. This is the time we're in right now, where if you have the right frequency, that's what Kendrick Lamar had. He came in, even though Drake is the big artist, it doesn't even matter. Right now, it's about, okay, who is bringing more truth, more knowledge? And Kendrick won because of that. And this is why you're seeing how David and Goliath, you're seeing the story being played out. Signs of the times. That was a great comment. Survival of the after my Kundalini awakening, I can say my mind like never before. Hitting the truth without thinking twice. Signs of the times. Right? So the current events, absolutely. Karma playing out. Predicted programming becoming a reality, right? Finding ancient artifacts. So pay attention to all of these signs of the times, right? Losing people. A lot of money opportunities. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's just talk about that for a second. Money is energy. And a lot of people don't realize that there's so much money to be made on the internet. It's not even funny. I encourage everyone I meet to start an online business, to start a YouTube channel, get a TikTok going, because this is going to help you. It's going to be a money opportunity. It's going to be a big opportunity for you to get a message out there as well. But don't underestimate these platforms. Don't even underestimate Facebook. There are people on Facebook who are living good. There are people on Facebook they're making a whole lifestyle off Facebook. You say, I hate Facebook. There are people who are making 7 figures off Facebook just going streaming, live streaming on Facebook. It's happening. So you don't want to underestimate the power of these social apps, even TikTok. There are people who are living a good life just on TikTok videos, just with TikTok videos. That's why I always say the game is to be right? The game won't be sold or told, however it goes, right? So you have to remind yourself every single day, that's what it's about. Signs of the times. Losing people. Absolutely. The game is to be sold, not told. Absolutely. Right? Gender wars. Absolutely. These are the signs of the times. Gender wars. Right? So, we'll continue with the video deep dives, but I wanted just to segue into what are some of the signs of the times. In the meantime, I want all of you right now to hit that like button if you support the real. Let's get it up to 1,000 likes, deep divers. Hit the like button if you support the real. Share this video, subscribe to the channel. So let's continue. Let's go.
Millions of people right now are getting their ass out of the matrix. Do you know that millions of people are leaving Europe? You know why? Because everything is coming full circle. Power is being shifted from the west and is going back to the east. People want to go back to Africa. People want to invest.
So if you don't know that, even in the UK, they say that millionaires are leaving the UK. Tens of thousands of millionaires have left the UK. Germany, Switzerland, all of these people are leaving. There's a reason why it's happening. There's a reason why it's happening. Because you see, they want to go to other places, tax-free havens. They realize that those governments are kind of taxing them so much they can't even breathe. So they're taking their business, they're going overseas. This is what's happening all over Europe. So these are all the signs of the times to pay attention to. Let's continue.
Elsewhere, you know why? It's the signs of the times that we are entering a whole new paradigm shift. The media has been lying to you. You see, COVID was the reset. And this planetary alignment has everything to do with consciousness.
Let's stop it right there. So COVID was the reset. And have you noticed that, deep divers, that COVID was the reset? Like, the world just feels totally different after COVID. Doesn't feel the same. Even the cat down the road said, the world feels so different right now. Right? So let's continue.
There's a new consciousness coming on the planet. There's a new awareness coming on the planet. A lot of people want to be free. You see, deep divers, we are the only species that pays to live and eat. Yeah, we're supposed to be the most intelligent.
Right? And this is huge. You see, a lot of people don't really, someone told me this when I was along my early awakening journey. They said, Ralph, we're the only species that pays to live and eat. Yeah, we're supposed to be the most intelligent. You got people who spend half of their paycheck on rent. Let me repeat that. You got people who spend half of their paycheck on rent, 3/4 of their paycheck on rent. And they're caught up in the grind. They can't even breathe. And this is not how it's supposed to be. And people now are saying, actually, I no longer want to live like that. Pay attention.
Slow motion this side. Apparently not so intelligent, deep divers. This planetary alignment means everything. What does it mean? It means that the show is over. The gig is up. Game over. You see, right now, everything in the illusion world is coming to an abrupt end. Everything in the matrix is crumbling and imploding.
Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that, or is it just me? A lot of people can see it. A lot of people can feel it. It's inevitable. It's happening. And it's only going to intensify. And you see everything they spoke about in ancient times, those stories, even in religious books and fables, these are the stories which are happening and playing out right now as I'm speaking. Sodom and Gomorrah, all of these stories, these are playing out right now where you're realizing it's over.
We've already hit the iceberg. We've already reached the tipping point. This is what this planetary alignment is all about. Deep dive, as I told you, get right with yourself and get right with Mother Nature. That's the reason why I'm out here in the heart of nature every single day by the ocean, in the forest. I'm just showing you my lifestyle, deep divers. And I'm going to be traveling the whole world. I am traveling the whole world.
And this is a big thing as well. You know, are you getting right with yourself? Are you getting right with Mother Nature? And that's huge. You know, a lot of people, they didn't get right with themselves. And now it's caught up with them. And now they want to get right with themselves. And that's phenomenal, because once again, the more you get right with yourself, the more life works for you. The more healthy you become. The seas part ways.
You want to make sure that you are in alignment, because this planetary alignment is a reminder that if you are in alignment, it's going to be amazing for you. What are you doing every single day to get into alignment, deep divers? What am I doing? Spending time in the heart of nature. You see, the truth is, deep divers, we are in the most epic time ever. I'm excited about the time we're in right now. You know why? Because the hidden is coming to light. You know why? Because millions of people are starting to remember who they really are. You see, you were told you're just John or Jane Doe or Jill or Barry. Who's Barry? I have no idea, deep divers. Who's Barry? Tell me.
Does anyone know who Barry is? Anyone know who Barry is? Okay, never mind.
You are so much more than you were told. We are multi-dimensional beings having human experiences. This is what this planetary alignment is all about. It's about us remembering who we really are. That we are stardust. Like Carl Sagan said, the nitrogen in our DNA, the calcium in our teeth, the carbon in our apple pies were all made from the interior of collapsing stars.
And when I started to dive deeper along my early journey, I came across Carl Sagan. And if you don't know who Carl Sagan is, research Carl Sagan. But he's a phenomenal mind who just shows you about where Earth is in this whole universe thing. And he called it the pale blue dot. You know, Earth is like a speck of dust in the universe. And this really humbled me to say, oh my gosh. But when you dive deeper, what Carl Sagan was saying was, we're literally stardust. We're literally stardust because the nitrogen in our DNA, the calcium in our teeth, the iron in our blood, the carbon in our apple pies were all made in the interior of collapsing stars. So it's phenomenal. When you dive deeper, you realize that actually we're star material. And this should bring hope. This should bring joy. So you can remind yourself you are literally the universe experiencing itself. Isn't that amazing? You are literally, deep divers, the universe experiencing itself. That's phenomenal. Even the cat down the road is like, wow, man.
Okay. The iron in our blood, all of that stuff was made from the interior of collapsing stars. We are literally stardust. And right now, this planetary alignment is reminding us we are stars. There's a reason why this is the worst time to be a celebrity. There's a reason why the music industry is collapsing like a house.
And a lot of people have noticed this. Deep divers, hit that like button right now, share the video. Let's get this to 1,000 likes. So there's a reason why this is the worst time to be a celebrity. This is huge because this ties into the planetary alignment that's happening, right? Because you see, the celebrity stars, the reason why they're powerful is because they were put there because once upon a time, people used to look up at the stars. People stopped doing that. People stopped stargazing. They stopped going out with their family, go to a campfire, look up at the stars. People don't do that these days, right? You do have people who do that, and it's amazing, but a lot of people don't even look up at the stars. And as well, the atmosphere has changed. People can't even see the stars. In a lot of cities, it's so polluted, you can't even have a good look at the stars. But if you do go somewhere, and I was in Hawaii, I saw the stars, I'm like, wow, I haven't seen the stars like this. I was mesmerized. I was amazed. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And January 25th, you could have seen 6, and or even right now on a clear day, a good day, you can see these 6 planets in alignment. February 28th, you're going to have Mercury as well. But you want to remind yourself that because a lot of people weren't paying attention to these stars, now celebrity stars became more important. But right now, what you're seeing is even celebrities don't want to be celebrities. There was a video of Justin Bieber. He said, "Can you please respect me?" to a paparazzi. He said, "Look, don't thank me." There's a reason why Justin Bieber said, "Don't thank me." The paparazzi was saying, "Thank you, Justin." He's saying, "Don't thank me. Get out of my face." And shout out to Justin Bieber, because you got to remind yourself that a lot of these celebrities come in with good intentions. They get caught up. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game. And you have to remind yourself, when you're a celebrity, you're actually a sacrificial lamb. They're using your energy, harvesting your energy. The worst thing to do is to become a celebrity in the Matrix. Let me repeat that. The worst thing to do is to become a celebrity in the Matrix. It's a trap. That's the reason why a lot of celebrities, they get in, they start to know how things work, then they want to get out. They don't want to be in front of the cameras. They're trying to get away from the cameras. Justin Bieber said, "Don't thank me." What are you thanking me for? He just wants to get the hell out of there because he knows that these people make money off him. When they take pictures, they put it on TMZ, they're making a lot of money. They can sell that picture for $100,000. They can sell that news clip for $500,000. So these celebrities become cash cows. These celebrities know they're walking cash cows because if someone takes a picture, like if you see a celebrity in Hollywood, you want to take a picture with them. Some celebrities are like, "No, I don't want to take a picture with you," because you might have ulterior motives, and fair play to them. But what you're seeing is this is the worst time to be a celebrity. I remember growing up, going to the cinema. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to be a movie star. I was watching Indiana Jones like I want to be Indiana Jones, right? You're watching Superman, Jurassic Park, all of these Hollywood films, these great films. That was when it was cool to be a celebrity. That was when it was good to be in Hollywood. That was when, hey, yes, the music industry, when you had bands, Simply Red, the Beatles, Bob Marley. That was when it was good to be in the music industry. The Rolling Stones, B.B. King, right? Celine Dion. But now the whole climate has changed. It's become less about the music and it's become more about nonsense. And this is showing you that it's the worst time to be a celebrity. The reason why is because it's over. The truth is here. And if you're a celebrity, if you're not saying the truth, people don't even want to listen to you. people don't even want to listen to you. So once upon a time, it was cool just to be a celebrity. But now you're seeing a lot of these celebrities are being taken down, lawsuits, all kind of things happening. There's a reason why Jay-Z doesn't post on Instagram, because he knows it's a whole lot of nonsense. There's a reason why J-Lo restricts her comments on Instagram. There's a reason why Drake limits his comments on Instagram. They're not stupid because they know it's over. They know that there's a shift. Once upon a time, the fans used to love the artist. Now, the fans want to question the artist. This is the shift that's happening. What happened, and that's why I always tell celebrities, because I know a lot of celebrities watch my videos. I always tell celebrities in the Matrix that, hey, if you want to do something good, talk to the audience. Start a podcast. And the celebrities who've done that, the Cat Williams, all of these people, these are the people who are winning right now. Because we're in a time right now where the old way of being a celebrity was you disappear. But now you're going to have to talk to the people. You can no longer be silent. You're going to have to show up and be a real person. And you see, this has never been done before. Celebrities, the only way you could be a celebrity back then was to have a distance between you and the fan. You don't speak to the fans. But now we're in a world where you got social media influencers who are speaking to their audience, who are doing way better than these celebrities. So it is the worst time to be a celebrity. A lot of people, they don't want to sign those deals anymore. They don't want to sign those record contracts anymore. Most celebrities, if you are a smart celebrity in the music industry, you don't want to sign to a major label. If you're a smart artist, you say, hey, right now I can go independent. Right now I can go independent. If you are an artist right now, you got iTunes, you got Spotify, you got all of these platforms where you can stream your own music. You don't even need the major labels and corporations. And this is the reason why it's an amazing time right now, because you can have your masters. Do you know how many artists right now who haven't got access to their masters? Someone else owns their masters and they're broke. There's a turning of the tide, because now artists are getting smart. They're like, actually, I want my masters. Because for a long time, the music industry took all of your masters. These artists got peanuts. 50 cents off a $15 album. They got crumbs. And this is coming to an end. Now people are saying, actually, I want to own my masters, right? So these are the signs of the times.
Of cards. There's a reason why even celebrities don't want to be celebrities. You know why? Because it's over. They know it. And that's the reason why you want to celebrate, do a little samba, baby. Raise the frequency that now, if you are in alignment, you are the real star. Make sure.
Right now, you want to remind yourself, if you are in alignment, you are the real star. This planetary alignment shows us, right? If you are in alignment, you are the real star. That's the whole thing. You win by coming into alignment. You got to remind yourself. That's why I always tell you, focus on yourself. Focus on becoming the greatest version that you can be. Because once you come into alignment, you are the real star. And right now, you want to make sure you're in your purpose. You want to make sure you're doing what you came here to do. Because the more you are in alignment with that, the more you win in life. The more you thrive in life, the more you prosper in life, the more you create generational wealth for your children's children, for your children's children's children. Yeah. Deep divers, hit that like button, share the video. Let's get this to 1,000 likes. Let's go. Oh, it's a beautiful feeling to be alive. Let's go.
You cast yourself in as the star of your own movie. You see, right now, deep divers, we're going back to the good old times. The good old times of family. The good old times of reminding ourselves we don't exist alone. It's one humanity. What happened to people in the Matrix? They got greedy. They got consumed by their egos. That's the reason why people are leaving these cities in the West. You know why? Because it's crumbling. You know why? Because people are starting to wake up to say, actually, I'm not happy anymore. Actually, this lifestyle is killing me.
Have you ever experienced that, deep divers? Because I know a lot of you, there's a lot of people I've spoken to throughout the years, and some people even I've spoken to one-to-one, and, they tell me of this lifestyle they've been living, and, they're making all of this money and everything should be great, but there's something missing. What's been missing from your life, deep divers? Put it in the chat. Let's talk about this, because some people have gone to university, they've graduated, they're PhD, but something is missing. Some people have, they have a certain lifestyle, but something is missing. What was missing from your life? What is missing? What are you striving for? What's the missing piece of the jigsaw? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, because we are a generation where we are the wealthiest generation of our time. Let me repeat that. We're the wealthiest generation of our time in terms of just people with wealth and all of these things. But at the same time, we're the most miserable. And there's a reason for this. Okay, Brandon is saying myself, right? And this is what happens. Sometimes you miss yourself. Momentum, the ghost is saying friends, right? Producer Authentic is saying peace. Logi Presto is saying romance and love. Absolutely. Yes, me, right? So someone is saying the Holy Spirit, right? Someone is saying a heart, okay? The good old times more advanced, right? So, music, absolutely. And that's huge, because, music is so phenomenal. I always say everyone should make at least one song in their life. Everyone should make at least one song in their life, and watch how your entire life is going to change. But a lot of people leave music behind, right? Belonging. Ashley A, belonging. And that's huge as well. A lot of people, they miss belonging. Carlos, missing a partner. I'm an MD, right? So there you have it, right? Some people have, the so-called perfect job, but they might be missing a partner. Okay. Ronnie, love community. Spiritual growth. Open hearts, right? Community and close family. And this is why we've got to pay attention, because you see, in my own life, I was missing, I was creating a lot, but I wasn't seeing a lot of people face to face. So I had to incorporate that into my life. I had to make time for relationship. I had to make time for connection. And when I was working in the Matrix, I was missing freedom of expression. And that's huge, right? Sometimes when you want to say something, but you can't, it might compromise your job. You kind of hold your tongue. The amount of people who hold their tongues, the amount of people who are wearing a mask every single day is phenomenal. I didn't want to do that anymore, right? So what is it you've been missing? Being our unique selves, right? So that's huge. Soul family, baby. You can't forget about the soul family. Friendships, right? And it's crazy, because the thing is, these were things our grandparents, our great grandparents had, our grandparents had. They had connection, they had community, they had friendships. But you see, in this new world, the ego ruled people. And when the ego rules you, friendships, connection becomes demoted. It becomes the last place until you realize actually it's something that should have been prioritized in the first place. And that's the reason why I always say, and even Jim Carrey said, I wish everyone would make a lot of money to realize that it's not the only answer. Yes, it's important, but what's even more important is friendships, good connections, good relationship, family, all of that stuff. But you see, I can't blame people. And here's why. Because you see, your parents, my parents, her parents, his parents, they tell you, hey, work hard, go to school, go to college, go to university. So people are programmed to be in the rat race. There's a saying, right? I think it was John Lennon who said, okay, my teacher asked me, what do I want to be when I grow up? I think he said happy, right? But you see, most children don't say that. Most children say, okay, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be this. I want to be that. And therefore, there's no time for friendships. There's no time for relationships. Because your wife is spending more time with her boss than with you. That's a slow motion. Slow motion this side. I said your wife is spending more time with her boss than with you. We got a whole lot to talk about. What have you been missing? Faith in God, right? Love songs. What happened to R&B? That's what I want to know. I want to know what happened to R&B. I grew up listening to some R&B as well, like Jodeci and early Usher and all of these things, and TLC and amazing music, right? And now you don't even hear that kind of music these days. Right? Pluto Lion, shout out to you. You most definitely appreciate. I appreciate that. So let's continue. Actually, I want to be free. This Planetary Alignment 2025 is all about you reminding yourself being free is your birthright. There are so many people right now who are choosing their humanity over this artificial insanity. There's a lot of people on the planet right now who are plugged in to the AI. But this planetary alignment is reminding you that your brain is the most powerful supercomputer ever created. Start putting. Now, let's take a pause moment there. Our brain is still the most powerful supercomputer ever created. Because one thing AI can't do right now is feel. And therefore, it has IQ, but it lacks EQ. EQ means the emotional intelligence. And this is why I always say, while human beings are outperforming AI in terms of EQ, celebrate human beings more. Because it doesn't matter how much you spend time with ChatGPT, ChatGPT can't feel. Can't do a little samba, baby. It can't express love, but that's what they want for it. Pay attention. More respect on it. Slow motion this side. Planetary Alignment 2025. There is a loneliness epidemic, pandemic, crisis on the planet. Millions of people are lonely. Let's talk about the loneliness epidemic on the planet. Have you noticed it, deep divers? And this loneliness epidemic happened when people moved into cities. There's a whole there is research on it, right? As people moved into these cities and crowded cities all around the world, even though you had more people, when you lose the village, you will have a loneliness. And when you had the breakdown of the village, you had a loneliness epidemic. A lot of people don't even know their neighbors. Let me repeat that. A lot of people don't even know their neighbors. A lot of people don't even know who's two doors away. You don't even know who's two doors away, who's 3 doors away, who's 4 doors away, let alone who's 5 doors away. But you see, in the good old times, people knew who was right down the road. They would knock on people's doors and say, "Hey, do you need any help? Do you need any sugar?" Nowadays, people lock their doors. People don't even trust their neighbors. I remember being in Norfolk, one place in the UK, and we were collecting some food, and it just said a note, "Leave the money." That's how much trust there was when I was growing up. You can just leave money. People used to leave their doors open. People used to leave their doors open. Can you imagine leaving your front door open, your car doors open? No problem. That's what used to happen. But now, because of the climate, people, they're locking everywhere. They lock so much that they even lock themselves out. They got so many passwords, they even forget them. It's crazy.
You know why? Because they have forgotten. Forgotten what, Ralph? That things were designed to be used. People were created to be loved. The problem with the world is that people are being used and things are being worshipped and loved. So now people are reminding themselves that actually human beings do matter. We do matter. Okay? How valuable is a human being? Priceless.
Deep divers, put it in the chat. How valuable do you think a human being is? And be honest about it. How much value do you think a human being has? How much worth do you think a human being has? What is a human being worth? That's the question. I want you to put it in the chat. What do you feel a human life is worth in 2025? Put it in the chat. How valuable is a human being right now? Okay, so momentum, the ghost is saying more valuable than anything we can see. Okay. Ricardo Infinity. Just Be is saying extreme value, right? We are of utmost value. Phenomenal, right? Limited, okay. Priceless. How much value do you think a human being has right now, deep divers? Priceless. We are the value. Slow motion this side. Woo! We are the value. And that's why I always say, remind yourself of that. More valuable than all. Someone is saying $200, right? Shabani, shout out to you. Let me give you a round of applause and say a thank you.
Dom DeMarco.
Shapendi, shout out to you. If we have free will, did we choose our own lives by our own free will? Phenomenal question. We'll come back to that. But I'll just tell you this. You know, it was written, and at the same time, we also have free will. Shout out to you. What makes a human being valuable? How much value does a human being have? Priceless, but treated like nothing in 2025, right? very valuable, but no price available. You know, the reason why I'm saying this is because you got to look at it like this. You know, human beings have a priceless tag. You know, when you go into a museum, the Mona Lisa, different art on the wall, they always say, okay, this is priceless. You can't buy it. So that's almost like what a human being is. But at the same time, here's the trick. A lot of people don't even realize that they are the value. And they spend their entire lives burning themselves out and believing they have no value when nothing could be further from the truth. So I always say, we are more important than AI. We are more valuable than AI. We're more valuable than an iPhone. You got some people worshiping an iPhone, having an orgasm. I'm like, it's just a phone. Chill out. Yet you got people ignoring other people right in front of them. So we got to start placing more value on who we are, first and foremost.
So people are saying, actually, I'm going to start investing in connection. Actually, I want to be around other like minds, deep divers. That's what this planetary alignment is all about.
Ooh, that's what this planetary alignment is all about, deep divers, investing in connection. You see, what I did with Infinite Waters was to remind myself that actually, I no longer want to hold my own truth just for me. I want to share it into the ethers. I want to share it to the whole world. And it changed my life forever. Every single day, remind yourself, you can hold your truth or you can let it float out in the ocean. Someone is going to find that message in the bottle. They're going to open it. They're going to read your message. You're going to inspire someone, impact someone. It's going to be amazing. And this is what has changed my entire life. Not just me or my journey, but sharing it with other people. And once you do that, the gates of abundance start to open.
When you have 7 planets in alignment, that's a sign that what happens when we all come together like Voltron? Slow motion this side. What happens when we put aside our petty differences?
Stop it right there. What happens when we come together like Voltron? What happens when we put aside our petty differences? You see, the truth is, deep divers, billionaires don't care what color you are. Let me repeat that. The truth is, billionaires don't care what color you are. 2 billionaires sitting in a room, the least of their concerns is what color the other person is. It's just business. So when you go higher up the matrix, they don't care about the petty differences at the bottom, because they realize that actually, if we think alike, we can get along. And that's what matters the most. Everybody bleeds red. That's the truth. It doesn't matter if you think you're better because you're born here or born there. The truth is, everyone bleeds red. So that's humbling within itself to remind you that actually everyone's the same. Shout out to all of you who's here, deep divers. Inner GX, let me give you a round of applause for supporting the show. You're most definitely appreciated.
Dom DeMarco.
Thank you, Ralph, for your powerful message. Hey, most definitely appreciated. Shout out to you. So let's continue.
What happens when you remind yourself that we've all been lied to? We've been separated. Divided we fall, united we stand. You see, this new consciousness that's coming to the planet is a unification. You're going to start to see that people all around the world are going to say, actually, what are we fighting for? What's going on in Russia and Ukraine?
Let's stop it right there. Let's stop it right there. What are we fighting for? And that's huge. You see, what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, all of that, it's important because it's going to affect you. When that war happened between Russia and Ukraine, energy prices went up. Inflation started to happen all around the world because that's what happens with war. Inflation rises. War forces prices to go up. It's not a good thing. And you have to remind yourself, with Trump saying actually he wants Zelensky to sign the deal because America wants the minerals. You see, in Ukraine has a lot of minerals that they use for mobile phones, titanium, all of these minerals. And Zelensky doesn't want to sign it. So they're going back and forth. But what you have to remind yourself of is that they're not on the front line. And you have to realize that it's the young troops who are dying, which is sad. They say during that Russia and Ukraine war already, nearly 500,000 people on both sides have lost their lives. So you have to ask yourself, for what? Muhammad Ali said, okay, I don't want to fight in Vietnam. He was put in jail for 3 years or so. So you got to remind yourself that you can be brave and say, actually, I don't want to fight. You're not a weakling. You might be the smartest one in the room. Because what are you fighting for? If you lose your life, no one cares. Life continues. So you have to remind yourself that they don't send their own children to fight in the war. They don't send their own children to fight in the war. They send yours. So as a soldier, you got to be smart as well to say, okay, do I want to go to war? What am I fighting for? Right? Let me shout out to Brendan Smith. Shout out to you. You're most definitely appreciated. Shout out to you.
Doesn't need to happen. Hundreds of thousands of soldiers have lost their lives. For what? For nothing. Because corporations are the ones who are making the money. It's a business. War is a business. And that's the reason why this planetary alignment
and that whole thing of war being a business is huge. You know, there was a whole documentary I saw, and it was talking about how arms dealers, you know, countries, you can buy weapons of war, and it's literally cost like in the billions that these countries are spending on weapons. So it's a big business.
alignment is a reminder that we have to come back to the heart space. It's a reminder that this is not the way we're supposed to be living. There is another way. There's a better way. And right now, a lot of people are getting that wake-up call. Hello, who is it? Oh, it's the universe. And it's time to live your best life. Are you working a job that you absolutely hate? It's time to live your best life.
Is there anyone here in the chat who's working a job they absolutely hate? If that's you, put it in the chat. Are you working a job you absolutely hate? Put it in the chat. Be honest about it. Is there anybody here right now who's working a job they absolutely hate? They want to leave. If that's you, put it in the chat. Or is everyone loving what they're doing? Is there anyone who is working a job they absolutely hate? Yeah, I hate it. Okay, that's good. That's honesty. Because a lot of people say, oh, my life is perfect. Chill vibes, sweet. Shout out to you. You're most definitely appreciated. You're most definitely appreciated. Supporting the real. Thank you, Ralph. Hey.
Dom DeMarco.
You're most definitely appreciated. You're most definitely appreciated. Supporting the real. Thank you, Ralph. Hey, most definitely appreciated. Shout out to you. So is there anyone out there who's working a job they absolutely hate? Put it in the chat. Be honest about it. Why do you hate it? If you do hate it, why do you hate it? why do you want to leave? Okay, so someone is saying, I work 12-hour shifts and it is tough, right? So that's huge, because you see, I was there not liking my job. It was a love and hate relationship. But when I started to get honest with how I felt about it, I could make the changes. You know, anywhere you are right now, you have to be honest about it. And that's huge, right? So let's continue.
I told you, don't spend all of your time and energy in a job you hate, only to come home to have no time or energy for the life you're working for. It is time to reclaim your power.
Let's talk about that for a second. Don't spend all of your time and energy at a job only to come home to have no time or energy for the life you're working for. You've just been hustled. You've just been played, bamboozled, hoodwinked. And this is what happens to a lot of people. When you realize that actually all the time I'm spending at work, I don't have no time for the life I'm working for. All the energy, I'm in a job not serving me. When I come home, I'm tired, I'm grumpy. So this is the reason why you want to come into alignment. And that's what this planetary alignment symbolizes, right?
It is time to stop watching fear-based media. It is time to remind yourself you're living in a flash of light. You are living in a flash of light. That's what this planetary alignment is all about. This place called Earth is actually nothing more than an airport. People are checking in, then they're checking out.
Let's talk about that, deep divers. What do you think this place Earth is all about? Put it in the chat. So in my mind, I said Earth is like an airport. People are checking in, then checking out. People are checking in, then checking out. And that's the reason why, more of a reason why you want to do what you came here to do. So Asphalt is saying lessons. Absolutely. And this is what the ancients spoke of. They spoke of this being a place of lessons, hard lessons, soul lessons. Anthony High is saying experiences. Okay. Right. So that's fascinating. So let's continue.
And everything is transient and temporary. Only the love in your heart will remain. It is time for humanity to wake up, to reclaim its power, and to start reminding ourselves that we are all we have. Can you?
And Dynamic 8 is reminding us we are all we have. Let me say a big thank you to you, a big shout out to you. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Let me give you a round of applause.
Dom DeMarco.
Quantum Dynamic 8, thank you so much. Thank you, Ralph. Yes, choose a job that makes you feel like you can play, and that's how to manifest play, money, freedom, and joy. I like that. I like that a lot. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Can you imagine, deep divers, if 8 billion people loved and appreciated each other? What we could all accomplish? Slow motion this side. I said, can you imagine if 8 billion people loved and appreciated each other?
And that's huge, because there was that quote, right? When there were 7 billion people on the planet. Can you imagine if 7 billion people on the planet loved and appreciated each other? Well, there's just now 8 billion people on the planet, deep divers. Can you imagine if 8 billion people loved and appreciated each other, right? So that's huge. What do you think will happen? Put it in the chat.
We could all accomplish. Planetary Alignment 2025 holds a deep symbolic meaning. You see, deep divers, the alignment I'm talking about within ourselves, once that happens, we become superhuman. When your thoughts, words, and actions are in alignment, great things happen for you. When your body, mind, and soul are in alignment, great things happen for you. So it's time to get in alignment with yourself. You see, there are so many people right now who have lost their way. You know why? Because they've moved out of alignment. Once you start eating right, doing a little samba, baby, raising the frequency, breathing in that, breathing in that good ass prana, baby, great things will happen. This planetary alignment that's happening is not happening by accident. Deep divers, what if I told you there are no accidents or coincidences in this universe? Everything is happening in divine order. There's a reason why this is happening right now. It's the signs of the times. Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. The matrix is collapsing. That's why I told you, get right with yourself. This whole thing is going to come down, and you want to make sure you're going to rise from the ashes like the phoenix. You want to make sure that you're going to be shining so bright. There's a new light coming in on the planet. There's a new light coming into the planet. There's a new energy coming into the planet. Every single day, remind yourself of that. Follow the light. Follow the truth. There's a lot of deception out there. You want to make sure that you're doing the right thing every single day. You want to make sure that you're on angel time, not demon time. Because right now, the alignment up there in the stars is symbolic of what is happening within us. There are so many amazing souls all around the planet who are spending time with themselves, going on healing retreats. This is a sign that people want to come into alignment. You got people who want to play volleyball, right? Like over there. Can't see it. Anyway, it's all about reminding yourself, deep divers, we are in the end days of the matrix. We are in the last days of Babylon. And every single day, as soon as you wake up, don't think you have time. Do it right now. Don't think you have time, deep divers. There is only now. The more you're in the moment, the more you seize the day, the more blessings come your way. I told you, every single day, like I told you, people playing volleyball right here. Are you coming outside into the harder nature? Are you making an effort to get your butt into the harder nature? Because you see, this is where life exists, not inside of your four walls, in your bedroom. This Planetary Alignment 2025 is about waking up and getting your vision back. You see, we've all been put fast asleep. That's the reason why you got people giving you these fluoride stares. We've all been put fast asleep. It is time for you to remind yourself right now. It's time to wake up. What is it I want to manifest? What's my vision? What's my mission statement? This planetary alignment is reminding you that it's your time. It's your time to shine. It's your time to become the superhuman that you know you came here to be. It's your time to stop settling. It's your time to be free. You see, along my early journey, people said, Ralph, you're wasting your time. Nobody wants to hear this. I only had 200 subscribers, but I kept on going, kept doing my yoga, kept doing my daily walks, kept, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. I kept coming into alignment, and guess what happened for me? I started to manifest. The more you are in alignment with yourself, the more everything out there aligns for you and works in your favor. Slow motion this side. I said, the more you are in alignment with yourself, the more everything out there aligns with you and starts to work in your favor. There is a great shift happening on the planet. There is a great awakening. Let's start with that, deep divers. There is a great awakening happening on the planet. Don't take this lightly. Don't think that what's happening up there is not going to affect what's happening down here. It's all connected. As above, so below. As within, so without. This alignment shows us as well, as we change our internal condition, our outer reality now becomes a match to that. Are you waking up full of negativity? That's what your outer world is going to become. But if you choose to cultivate some peace, some light, some love inside of here, your outer reality is going to match that. We're in a beautiful time right now on the planet. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. We are in a phenomenal time. This is your chance to come into a greater alignment with who you really are, and now a new truth will be revealed to you. You see, they might call you crazy at first, but trust me, the whole world is about to be shaken up. Amazing things.
The whole world is about to be shaken up, deep divers. David Tomes, let me say a big thank you to you. Happy Sunday to you too, David. And let me give you a round of applause for always supporting the show. You're most definitely appreciated. David Tomes, happy Sunday. Thank you so much for this, David. And I hope you're well, David. Shout out to you and shout out to everyone who's here in the chat, deep divers. So let's play the last few minutes of that video and dive into it.
Are coming if you've been doing the work. There are a lot of distractions right now. Because you see, as you want to ascend, other people want to help you descend. As you want to elevate, other people want to cramp your style, mess up your style. They want to get in the way of your ascension. Deep divers, tell them this. If you're not helping me evolve, you're a distraction. Slow motion this side. If you're not helping me evolve, you're a distraction. Stay focused out here, deep divers, because there is a planetary alignment happening. And there's also an alignment happening within yourself. An alignment that you must make happen within yourself. An alignment that you must invest in. It's not going to be easy. And a lot of people aren't going to make it. I talk about the 3D, 5D split that's happening right now. But for those who are doing the work, for those who are coming into alignment with themselves, it's going to be a great time. Right now, all the lies are being exposed. We're in the age of truth. We're in the age of revelations.
Uh-oh. Ra Ishmael, shout out to you, brother. You're most definitely appreciated. Let me give you a round of applause for being so awesome.
Dom DeMarco.
Salute Ralph, been following since 2012. I run a Facebook group called Love Life University, and we're starting a physical community to love life and live love. Thank you for your inspiration. Absolutely. Go and check out Ra Ishmael's Facebook group, Deep Divers Love Life University. Hey, shout out to you. You're most definitely appreciated. And Deep Divers, hit that like button, share the video. Let's get this into the algorithm. Hit that like button, share the video. Let's continue with the last few minutes of this video.
We're in the age where the hidden comes to light. We're in the age where the first will be last and the last will be first. There's a turning of the tide. This is what this planetary alignment 2025 is all about. Make sure you are staying on your job. I know a lot of you want to give up. I'm tired, Ralph. I've been through so much. Nah, you don't want to give up right now. Just as everything is coming into alignment, this is the time where you want to be on your A game.
And we can talk about that. You know, a lot of people, their knees are buckling, knees weak, arms are heavy, mom spaghetti, right? A lot of people right now, just as they're about to cross the finish line, they're getting really tired. And I know what it's like, because people have been out here working so long, so hard for so many years. And they're starting to feel the pressure. They're starting to feel so much things, so much emotions, and they're getting tired. But I want to remind you, deep divers, this is not the time to give up. It's not the time to call it a day, because it's just, the party is just getting started. We're in the greatest time ever to be alive. And if you're still here, congratulations, because I know it wasn't easy. You know, a lot of people on this chat have been through so much, hell and high water, but you're still here. Congratulations. You made it out. Trades of all Jack, let me give you a round of applause. You're most definitely appreciated.
Dom DeMarco.
Gratitude. I definitely want to say a big thank you to Trades of all Jack. Jack of all trades. I like that. Thank you for all your powerful messages and inspirational insights. I've been following you for the last 6 years. Thank you so much for going live and spreading love and life and light. Love you, Ralph. Hey, you're most definitely appreciated. Thank you so much for that. So let's continue.
Because if you can hold on that little bit longer, the gates are going to be open for you. The gates to abundance, the gates to love, the gates to prosperity. The world is yours and anything is possible. The one line I love from The Alchemist, and when you want something, the whole universe conspires to help you achieve it. That's what this Planetary Alignment 2025 is all about. The world is yours, deep divers. The world is your stage. Remind yourself to focus on yourself, because so much is going on right now. I know it can be overwhelming, but also remind yourself there's a planetary shift that's happening right now in the heavens. And it's got everything to do with what's happening on this earth. Justice will be restored on this planet. The energy you send out there is the same energy that's going to come back. So continue to shine your light, and then just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Deep divers, let's.
Okay, so there you have it, deep divers. I just needed to play that video for you. And, you know, it's an exciting time. These planetary alignments hold deep significance, and especially February 28, 2025, 7 planets in alignment. It's all affecting everything that's happening in our own lives. And this is the time to get in alignment with yourself so you can reap the benefits of everything that comes with it. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's been here first and foremost. You're most definitely appreciated. Everyone in the chat, shout out to you. Shout out to all of you. Everyone who's here in the chat, you're most definitely appreciated. And I really enjoyed this show. I said, hey, I haven't been live for a little while. It's time to go live, Ralph. That's what we did. And whenever you go live on these big events, it's always a beautiful feeling, right? And that's what I'm here for. I'm here just to do that and hold the space. Once again, it's not about me. It's about all of us. Let's continue to raise the frequency. Woo! Breathe in that good ass prana, baby. So deep divers, shout out to all of you for being here. Let's continue to raise the frequency. And is one love. I'll be back. One love. One love. Hit that like button. Share the video. And let's take it away.
I'm so happy. The whole world is just beginning. We already won. It's about us all. So many beautiful deep divers here. It's a choice.
So there you have it, deep divers. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Always remind yourself, it's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice. One love to all of you. I can go another 10 hours deep divers, but I'll let you get some rest, right? Well, we got more to talk about, deep divers. Hold me back. One love. Peace.